Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch on this 01.24.2024. I got the date right. I didn't get it right yesterday, but I got it right there. Current time is 05:53 a.m. Eastern time here in upstate New York. That'd be the southern tier of upstate New York where I live and reside on this Wednesday morning, hump day, as far as that goes. And we are getting our day started, a positive start to the day. Hashtag positive start today, hashtag PSTTD. And we have the morning coffee. And I am Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich. Well, let me get a cup of coffee here. A sip of coffee there. Fireman Rich over there on X/Twitter. Fireman Rich over on... where's my cards here? Oh, there they are. Fireman Rich over there on Truth Social, at Fireman Rich over there on Blue Sky, and also at Fireman Rich on Instagram Threads, as far as that goes. And over there on the Facebook, public Facebook, it's the real Fireman Rich, as far as that goes. So there we go. We got that, and we're Fireman Rich here on Twitch, which I'm glad to be here. Hope everybody had a great yesterday, Tuesday. Tuesday was great, and we got the missus here in the studio. What do you got? Bugs food? Yeah, she ate some of it, and she walked away from it. As far as
keep her busy.
Okay, yeah, okay. But we're getting our day started. Just getting up here, and I can't really see what it's doing out there. We had some.
Temperature went up to 39.
What's that?
Temperature's up.
Oh, I got 36. We got 36.
Oh,
okay, 39 maybe across up at the airport.
No, it's.
Oh, it's over there.
Window.
Okay, that's probably That's probably because of the heat off of the.
Yeah.
As far as that goes, so it's 36 degrees on the thing there. We'll get to the weather here in a minute. But we're getting our day started here. Hope everybody had a great Tuesday. We had a good Tuesday. It was a good Tuesday yesterday. We got a walk in. We got a little wet. It was a little raining and sleeting a little bit, but for the most part, it was sort of melting away the snow that we got here a few days back, and we had a good walk out there. But the temperatures are a lot more tolerable than they were last week. They were like in the low 20s, and we had 1 or 2 days there was like single digits there as far as that goes. But let's see. We got ads starting in 5 minutes. So we're up on the big screen, looking pretty good up on the big screen. Okay, that's good. And ow, hand is hurt. I think I've been using my mouse too much because you get that. You know how you get that carpet. Yeah, I get in that a little bit right here. I get a little ouchies right here. It's too much. I can't. Can I pull it up here? You know, the mousy for the computer. The clicker. The clicker. And let's see, but we are getting our day started here with the current temperature being 36 degrees Fahrenheit, which equates to, what's on my scale here? The 36 degrees Fahrenheit. 2 degrees. We're out of the negative Celsius, thank God. I don't know, negative. I a little leery of that. It was tolerable, but I just didn't really care for the negative. It wasn't close to bone-chilling cold because the wind wasn't. The wind, that's the killer right there. The wind is always a killer. But 36 degrees Fahrenheit, 2 degrees Celsius on the Celsius scale, and let's see. We don't have any advisories. That's good. We had one yesterday though. Few showers early, becoming a steady rain for the afternoons. High of 42. There we go. We're back up in the 40s. I like seeing that. Winds light and variable. Chance of rain is 100%. So it's going to be a rainy Wednesday. Rain near 1/4 inch. And let's see. The sun will be rising this morning at 7:27, which is let's see, an hour and 30 minutes. Hour and 30 minutes at 7:27 a.m. The sun will be rising and be setting at later today at 5:09 p.m. We're getting an extra minute every other day of daylight, folks, and I think it's under 60 days till springtime, like 50 something. It's in the 50 range there as far as the number of days till spring. So I think the next event, what is it? Maybe that groundhog or whatever, to see if he says it's 6. He'll probably say it's 6 more weeks of winter. He always does. But as far as they go, let's see our world times and temperatures as I speak. Starting in Honolulu, Hawaii, currently at 12:58 a.m. It is cloudy skies with some clearing, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. In Phoenix, Arizona, 3:58 a.m. in Phoenix, cloudy skies, 54 degrees Fahrenheit. In Chicago, Illinois, we got cloudy skies at 4:58 a.m., 36 degrees Fahrenheit. In New York City, the jungle, as I call it, down there in the city, which is about three and a half hour drive from here. What was that? Real Ted Hicks. Hey, good morning, sir. Good morning to you. He's saying good morning to the miss. Ted Hicks says good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ted. Happy Wednesday to you, sir. Hashtag positive start to today. Hashtag PSTTD. Yeah, you got some. It's going to be wet probably, but it's going to be warmer than it was last week down there. Ted Hicks coming in from Long Island, New York, and Ted is a good friend here online and a fellow broadcaster there. That he does a really good job on his broadcast. Ted Hicks. Here he is. This is his Twitter handle for those folks watching on the replay on Rumble and YouTube. Ted Hicks, real Ted Hicks, and his broadcast that he does here on Twitch, and he also repurposes it over there on YouTube as well in podcast form. Late Night Parent, at Late Night Parent. So there's two X/Twitter things for you. Thank you for being here. He's out there in Long Island. And as far as that goes, and he's a good guy. I've been on his broadcast a couple times, and he does Thursday nights at about 10 o'clock. And February 2nd. Okay, thank you, Ted. Ted says Groundhog Day is February 2nd, where we down there at Punxsutawney, we're Punxsutawney Phil down in Punxsutawney, PA. I think I said that right. Where we either love him or we hate him. Most of the time we hate him. We want to strangle that little guy's neck. We want spring sooner. No, spring is getting here. You can tell by the clock. We're getting an extra minute of daylight there. So where did I leave off? New York City, 6 o'clock right now. 6 o'clock also, top of the hour right now. And we're still holding at 36 degrees. That's good. Last week we always dropped it. Thanks for the support. You're welcome, Ted. Thank you for your broadcast too, because he has a very, very good in-depth and Ted has a background in radio and a little bit in a manner of speaking and stuff like that, but he has some very good subjects that he talks about and stuff, and I think we've been going back and forth on Twitter about Netflix there. Ted's, we got the WrestleMania is coming to Netflix, and I think I just posted something up there on my Twitter feed yesterday, Ted, about Netflix. They're discontinuing the ad on or on the $11 range. I think Ted and me discussed this on his broadcast, where Netflix, we're both down in that new tier of, it's the cheapo $6.99 a month, to where you get ads, but I got Paramount Plus and I get ads. I don't mind the ads. It gives me an opportunity to go to the bathroom or get a drink or something like that. So Netflix is it's getting a little better. I'm more in tune to Netflix now. The other ones, I don't know. There was an I was almost going to post it, Ted. You might have seen it. The Netflix is they're talking about the movies. They're almost becoming like a cable channel in a manner of speaking, because of the movies. They're being like TNT, where they're playing the same movies on their. So I don't know. I haven't been on Netflix in a week or so. We usually get on there to watch this series called Kim's Convenience. We got 4. I think it's 4 more episodes we have. It's either 2 episodes or 4 episodes. It's 5 seasons, so we're finishing it up. They got some good series on Netflix. So I'll give them some kudos and stuff. I wasn't too happy with them raising the prices and stuff, but I was paying like 21. Now I'm paying 6.99. It's a lot better. Yeah, 6.99. I love it. Yeah, Ted loves it, and to Rich, he says we're not cheap, we're frugal. Okay, the missus is frugal. I'm cheap. I've been told that by my sister. Even the missus has called me cheap one. But I like a good deal. I always like a good deal and stuff like that. That's part of being a New Yorker, of course. Especially. Thank you, Ted. Let's continue. Across the pond, the Atlantic Ocean in Cork, Ireland, at 11:03, we have 45 degrees Fahrenheit, raining in Cork, Ireland, and in Milan, Italy, the opposite. It's sunny in Milan at 12:03 p.m. Manja there. They're having the lunchtime. 48 degrees Fahrenheit. In Kuala Lumpur has thunderstorms in Kuala Lumpur at 7:03 p.m. and 81 degrees Fahrenheit in their early evening. In Tokyo, Japan, at 8:03 p.m., clear skies in Tokyo, 37 degrees Fahrenheit, and down there on the continent of Australia, and the country, of course, the only country that can say they are a continent. It's Melbourne, Australia. The Australian Open is they're I'm not sure if the American is still in there. I see it on the TV. There, ESPN was broadcasting it. There is an American. She's from Buffalo. I don't know if she's still in it or not. I think she's supposed to have the up and coming hot hand there in tennis. But that's where the Australian Open is taking place right now. I think they're down to the final four. I saw the commentators when I was on the watching TV, ESPN yesterday on the football, as far as that goes, and the sports in general. Melbourne, it's 10:04 p.m. in the evening, 66 degrees Fahrenheit there in Melbourne, clear skies, and over in Sydney, it's cloudy with a little clearing at 10:04, 75 degrees Fahrenheit, and those are our world times and temperatures as I speak. Yeah, the Australian Open. I want to watch it, but I turned it to watch something. Oh, I know what it was. It was last night. I was getting ready to. Yeah, yesterday morning I watched ESPN. I didn't watch that other sports show I watch on NBC. But last night, Tuesday night, it was Oak Island. There's some activity going on at Oak Island. They got some water problems in the garden shaft. You know, it's a big shaft that goes into the ground down 100 feet or so, and they're trying to look for the so-called treasure of Oak Island, if it's there. They're finding a lot of artifacts, though. So it's very interesting on what they're finding. As far as that's my Tuesday night viewing, and watch that. And then what was it right after that? There was something about they weren't in the Bermuda Triangle. They were up at Cape Fear. There was a wreckage off the coast of Cape Fear. They do dives and they check out shipwrecks, and that's interesting on how they get the shipwreck, and they correlate it to data that they find in various the part numbers to an engine or an anchor or something like that, something that relates to that ship that they can identify, because a shipwreck under the ocean, if it's been there for 50 some years, it's pretty well disintegrated by the ocean. But that's interesting because I used to scuba dive a long time ago, back in my younger day when I was in the Air Force, recreational scuba diving. I could go down to, I think it was, what was our bottom? We could only go, was it 60 feet? Yeah, I think our bottom distance was 60 feet, but I think I've been down I've been down 100 feet. If you go 100 feet, I remember if you went down 100 feet, your bottom time for what we were breathing, because we didn't have specialized tanks. These tanks that they wear, the max bottom time, they have nitrogen that's in with their oxygen, or something they mix in with their oxygen. But my bottom time for 100 feet, I guess the tank that I was breathing from, I could stay down for like 9 minutes, and you could feel the pressure as you went down. But you could stay down 9 minutes, and 9 minutes you start going up. You don't have to go up at it, so you can pop right up. But if you're longer than 9 minutes, your body starts accumulating maybe it's nitrogen in the bloodstream and stuff, and you could possibly get the bends if you stay down too long. So you're always watching that watch. 30 to 60 feet, you could stay down there, the length of your tank. So these tanks, depending on, they can go anywhere from the range of like 20 minutes to 30 minutes, 45 minutes as far as breathing time. If you got double tanks, well, you're getting into the hour range and stuff like that, and sometimes an hour and a half to 2 hours and stuff like that. So that's an interesting. It's just an interesting aspect to see that, because the first time you dive and you're underwater just 10 feet, it's a whole different world. It's very interesting. But I got my diving license from PADI. That's Professional Association of Divers, I think, Institute or something like that. PADI, something like that. And but I was stationed up there in northern Luzon in the Philippines, and what is it? You had a lot of time on your hands, so it cost. What did it cost me? It cost me like less than $50 to get my dive license, and at the time, and this is back in the early 80s, 81. Yeah, it was the year 81. I spent the year over in northern Luzon on the South China Sea side. And I think at that time it was almost close to $200 to get your dive license and stuff like that. So I didn't realize until I got home. It's like, wow, did I get it barred? Well, it was just something to do. You just say, hey, you want to go diving? You got, yeah, okay, yeah, let's go. Grab some tanks. I think you rented the tanks. It was like $1 a tank or something like that. And then the boat we had, it was assigned to the radar site. You just signed it out, and you drove out to where you would go, or else you rent the bonker boats. The Philippine fishermen, they would go out on these long boats. They look like long canoes. We call them bonker boats, and for like you give them a 50 spot, and you'd be out there for all day, and they just sit there fishing while you're diving, and then come back up, and they help you switch your tanks, go back down diving. We usually take 2 tanks. It'd be 30, 45 minutes on each dive, as far as that goes. What the hell we got here, boss? Oh, okay. Oh, thank you, Ted. I see you like the, and we're going to get to that next. Hey, you're almost pushing me to the thought for the day here. Let's see. Our thought for the day comes from Amelia Earhart. Of course, you know Amelia Earhart. She's an aviator, an American aviator that was lost over the Pacific when. It was just at the time I think it was just before we entered World War II. She was lost out there in the Pacific. An American aviator, and she paved the way for women. She could really outfly some people, I guess. Her quote and our thought for the day this morning goes as follows: "The most difficult thing is the decision to act. The rest is merely tenacity." Okay, so tenacity means you got to have the strength, you got to have the freaking kahunas. I want to say something else, but the most difficult thing is to take that first step, and then afterwards it's just you got to stay the course as far as that goes. So the most difficult thing is the decision to act. The rest is mere tenacity, because once you take that first step, it's like, okay, I'm doing this, and you get the courage. Sometimes you get the courage and you get into it, and all sorts of things come bouncing at. You got to stay the course. Okay, you made that decision, so you got to stay the course. Let's see. So that's our thought for today from Amelia Earhart. Let's see, our national days. Let's see. Take this back. I didn't look at these. Oh, I like this one. Oh, okay. Let's see. National Compliment Day. Yeah. Thank you, Ted, for being here. I took part in National Compliment Day. You're great. Let's see. Library Shelfie Day. That's the 4th Wednesday of January. National Peanut Butter Day. I'd say that, but I have a better one. It's Beer Can Appreciation Day. I think it was a couple months ago. What the hell did she get? Oh, it was Genesee beer. I don't know if you get Genesee beer down there in Long Island, Ted. It's a New York beer, okay? Genesee. A couple months ago, there was Genesee came out with this Genesee honey brew. Was it honey brew? Yeah. She says we're not buying that anymore. I thought it was okay, but it was in can. Yeah, okay. We had to buy a 30 pack. I guess it appealed when the missus was grocery shopping and she saw that, and so I usually pick out the beer, or usually she gets it. We mostly we drink Yingling. Yingling is a good beer. It's a good Pennsylvania, America's oldest brewery. No advertisements, no association, just the beer store here. But I think it was a couple months ago. It was before Christmas, but it was a 30 pack she bought, and that was okay. That was the first canned beer I had had in over 20 years, I think, or close to, that I can remember. And Genesee is always in a can, it seems. But Genesee Cream Ale is pretty good as far as that goes. Hello, Melanie. Melanie coming in from Australia, and to be exact, she's coming in from. If I get my cards, where's my card? I always have to have the card for Melanie to make sure I'm doing it right here. Let's see, where is she? Is it? What the hell is that? I got my cards here. You always come in, I gotta mess up my cards here, Melanie. Glad to have you here, though. Glad to have you. We're just saying over there in Australia, it was like 10 o'clock at night there in Melbourne and Sydney. What the hell is it? Let's see, we gotta go back here. I thought I had it up at the top here. That's the order I have them in. Oh, it's right in the last one. Melanie coming in from Rockhampton, Central Queensland. I don't know why. I know that's what I wanted to say, but I always got to have it. I got to have the card to make sure I'm correct, because I was wrong too many times when Melanie first started coming to the broadcast. As far as that goes, she always had to correct me. So, but that's our little thing there and stuff. Welcome, Melanie. Glad to have you here. 9:14 in Queensland. Okay, as far as that goes. Oh, that's right. You guys are an hour behind my clock. That's right. I think I had somebody from Australia in one of my previous broadcasts explain to me, you guys haven't turned the clocks back yet or something, or you don't turn the clocks. So, but my what I'm looking at on my iPad Mini, it's I got 10:15. That's the rest of the world. United States, we have a couple that I think Arizona is one that doesn't turn back, and Melanie says no, it's 9:14. It's 9:14. We stand corrected. That's the current time, but it's a pain. I can imagine it's a pain, because especially when you're taking an airplane or something like that, and the rest of the world is I don't know about that daylight savings time and stuff like that, but. Okay, we're back to the National Day. It's Beer Can Appreciation Day. But the Genesee, just to finish the Genesee story, it wasn't that bad. It's a New York beer. It's not your premium beer, but it's beer. It's cold. Any beer is good when it's ice cold. I like it. But we drink mostly. We had this type of beer. Sydney is 1 hour later. Okay, so they're at 10 o'clock, right? You guys don't turn the times in Queensland. There was another person from Queensland. I can't remember the person's name, Melanie. It was last week. And it wasn't. And who was? I can't think of the person's name. But anyway, the beer there. I'm more partial to the what we have. What was called Yingling. I do like Guinness. Guinness is a good beer, but we have a lot of good micro beers here in New York State. Beer Can Appreciation Day recognized a great day in 1935 when beer was first sold in cans. So today is to celebrate when it's first hashtag Beer Can Appreciation Day, when Kruger Brewery Company of Richmond, Virginia sold the first beer in a can. American Can Company made drinkable canned beer possible. Kruger took the risk with the American Can Company just weeks before the repeal of Prohibition weighing in at 4 ounces. The hefty steel cans opened with a church key. Loyal Kruger drinkers favored the can over the bottle 9-1. I like the bottled beer better than can. So there it is. It's to celebrate the first day they had beer in a can, and the rest is history as far as that goes. Let's see. Yesterday I did the Mixcloud Tioga on Mixcloud. I did the Tioga radio show. I did not do an audio podcast. We got we changed this seat into the hashtag Want to Be Radio DJ that I play for the Tioga radio show. And let's see, who did we play yesterday? We presented. You can go there, mixcloud.com/Richard M. Roberts, if you would like. But we have Def Leppard, U2, Judas Priest, Bruce Springsteen, The Clash, Massive Wagon, Michael Stanley Band, My Town. I love that song. I used to crank that song. That's an early 80s song as far as that goes. And they were on American Bandstand back in 1983. I remember them. I used to watch American Bandstand when I was in the service. In 83, I was in Hanscom Field. Sounds fantastic. Yeah, this is a good lineup. The Monkees, that was the last Pleasant Valley Sunday. I love that song. The Monkees. I used to, when I was a kid, on Saturday mornings, I'd watch cartoons, and the last thing you'd watch, you'd go up to lunchtime, and right after lunch, I'd watch the Monkees, and then we'd go outside and play for the rest of the day. The Monkees, Pleasant Valley Sunday on a Tuesday. The Tuesday thing that I do is presenting the songs on the Tioga radio show. We had fun doing that, and as far as that goes, let's see, in our history, what are we at? We're at 30 minutes. Yeah, we're on time. We're right on. I started a little early. Last week I started about this time all last week for some reason. I'm trying to get my ducks in line here as far as especially on my present, because when we get into the second hour, I've got several things and I've already got it outlined as far as what I want to show. The times before, it's always, okay, what's this? What's in the news today? I've got some pretty interesting articles to present here. Let's see. 60 years ago today, thermonuclear fusion, a process that replicates the way the suns form, was first carried out by James Tuck and Marshall Rosebluth. Two lighter atoms were turned into plasma and forced to fuse into a heavier atom under what's this, 100 million degrees Celsius, in what was called a pinch machine at Los Alamos National Laboratory. This is back in 1958. It was classified. It was a classified project, and so the vast majority of the humanity wasn't aware of the instant scientific feat had been achieved. Now, they just did something in Japan, the same process, but they were able to, and they have to suspend this this fusion, okay, and if they can get this for a sustainable amount of time, it's an alternative energy source that we can create our own mini sun, in a manner of speaking. You have to suspend it because it's almost as hot as the sun, this fusion process. They did something out in Japan, and it's along the same principles, but the process, the technology is a little bit more advanced now than it was back in 1958, so they were able to sustain that. So that's pretty interesting stuff. Back in 1958, the machine was called Silka 1 and composed of an electrical conduit filament with a magnetic field, the same process that created lightning bolts and planetary auroras. It was a cylinder full of dilithium, a hydrogen isotope still used today. However, pinch machines have a lot of instabilities, and that's the key. They got it more stable now. and are today not used as thermal nuclear fusion. They have a different process and stuff. They literally suspend it with magnets, I guess, the isotopes that they're using. So uh, today there are several machines used to generate electricity from nuclear fusion, through though none generate more electricity than they use, and that's a big ticket item there. To do this, to make it economical, to make that fusion, they actually use more electricity than it put. The technology's got to where they make it, and it's less electricity, but they're able to pump out electricity. So that's the whole big difference there. Plus the technology, it's a lot safer, and as far as that goes. Let's see. 62 years ago, Jackie Robinson became the first black baseball player to be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. That was 1962. Robinson let's see. Robinson was accorded the honor in the very first year of his eligibility, even though it came following his rise as a leader in the civil rights movements. That's at the time. In October 1959, one of the finest players in Major League Baseball entered the whites only section and was asked to leave. Oh, this is another individual. He refused and later presented at NAACP event manifesting nonviolent demonstrations. In 1962, Robinson cautioned against voting for his record as a cultural figure, saying only that his on-field credentials should determine whether or not he entered Cooperstown. He was elected on the first ballot. So he still was a great player. Jackie Robinson, a great American ball player, as by far as beginning his major league career at a relative advanced age of 28, which would be the first ever for a black man. He played only 10 seasons from 1947 to 1956, all of them with the Brooklyn Dodgers. During his career, the Dodgers played in 6 World Series, and Robinson himself played all 6 All-Star games. So to be an All-Star 6 times in a row, that tells you he was the real deal. And he paved the way to open up baseball as far as that goes. One of many great Americans as far as that goes. Let's see, in his 10 seasons, he racked up 741 runs scored. He would receive both the MVP award and the inaugural Rookie of the Year in 1949. The year after, I gotta watch that. There's a movie, Jackie Robinson. I want to see if that's on Netflix. Okay, let's see. Melanie, you remember American Bandstand? Yeah, I loved American Bandstand on Saturdays. Let's see. What else do we have? Happy birthday to Mary Lou Retton, the pioneer gymnast who became the first American woman to win the sports individual all-around gold medal at the Olympics, the one and only to do so for 20 years. And Mary Lou, her health is not the greatest. She's on oxygen now. She has to carry an oxygen tank or something like that. I saw an interview. Good morning, Tina. Good morning, Tina. Our Jersey girl is here. Let's see. Is that all we got for? Oh, okay. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. The first Apple Macintosh computer with a mouse that is giving me carpal tunnel syndrome on my finger here. The first Apple Macintosh computer with mouse went on sale back in 1984. And Tina saying hi to Mel, Mel saying hi to Tina, everybody saying hi, and we're glad to have you all here. For those people watching on the replay on Rumble and YouTube, I have people in the chat here. And that's one of the great things about Twitch. You have an active chat. You can get the chat over on Rumble. I guess if I was to live stream there, I guess it's okay. It's a lot better than YouTube. YouTube, I hear, is it's a delay. We get a couple delay. I think the current chat's probably delayed. Maybe it averages out to about 5 seconds. But you can carry conversation out, and that's what makes this morning broadcast so fun to do. As far as to say good morning to folks, because that's a hashtag positive start to today. Hashtag PSTTD, along with the morning coffee. So to both you, Melanie and Tina, I raise my coffee cup. And Ted, if you're still there, I know he's catching a train from Long Island into the city to work. I think he told me it's like a 20 or 30 minute train ride or something like that. Let's see. In 2004, NASA landed Opportunity, a robotic rover, on Mars 3 weeks after its identical twin, Spirit, landed. And both of those rovers, the Opportunity, I think especially the Opportunity, and also Spirit, my name is on there. And Big Juice, hey, what's up, Big Juice? Hey, Steve. What's up? Good. How you doing? Good morning. We're just getting our day started here. But the Opportunity and Spirit, before they launched, you could get on NASA page and you could put your name, and they took all these names with probably millions of names, but it's Richard M. Roberts. I got the certificate here somewhere. Going for the coffee. There we go, Tina. But my name is on Mars right now. So when I'm gone and 100,000 years from now, they say, who's this Richard M. Roberts? And they'll go back in the archive. Oh, that's that guy who was Fireman Rich. And good morning. Glad to have you here, Big Juice. Glad to have you here, sir. I think Big Juice, you're coming in from Ohio, aren't you? Big Juice. Big Juice. I remember you say Ohio. Did the fire station have good coffee? Oh, the coffee was going 24/7 in the Air Force when I was in the fire department. There's always coffee. There was only a time it would. Yeah, okay, you're in Ohio. That's right. You know Glick, and you're over there with Glick. As far as that goes, that's one of the traditions that we had. Air Force. You made sure you had coffee, because if the fire chief had a visiting fire chief visiting his fire station, and there wasn't a fresh pot of coffee, everybody be washing trucks for next week. Yeah, coffee was always good. I like the coffee. I like it black. I never drank coffee in my coffee story that I know Tina's heard it before. And Mel, you might have heard it. I didn't drink coffee until about 10 years into the Air Force. So that was right around 19. It was just before I met the missus. And it was 86. No, it was 85. Well, when I was in Italy the first time, I drank cappuccino. So that's type of, but there's so, it's like, that was almost like a hot chocolate. I mean, straight coffee. This is straight black coffee. But it wasn't, was at a 30-day in residence NCO Academy up in Plattsburgh Air Force Base. And on the weekends, we'd all go, we raid the local IHOP. I mean, there would be 50 of us, and we just took over the whole joint. And you wait for your food and coffee. I said, let me try a cup. And I like it. It's good. It's an acquired taste, but I do like it. My favorite coffee here in New York, when I can get it, it's a little pricey. It's $20 for a 1 pound bag. That's Death Wish. I love the Death Wish coffee. There's other variations of it, like I think it's Black Rifle coffee is like that. That's high octane. I always wonder how fire police celebrates Christmas, like they might be on call, but how does the day turn out? Yeah, it's always it can be quiet. I know when I was in the Air Force and I had to work on the weekends or work on the holidays on Christmas, it was always quiet because flying was always down. We'd have like a house fire or something. Maybe it's some smoke. Somebody had a burnt pan or something like that. But for the most part, the holidays. What it is that the nighttime on the holidays, that's when all the drunks come out. Those who say, okay, we got ads going on. Let's see. Oh, what ad's this? That was a candy bar. This one, which one's this one? Oh, it is. Okay, Butterfinger. Oh, okay, they're getting in with the gaming and stuff. Okay. Sorry. We got the commercials going right now. Let's see. Let's go to the AP history. And we got 42 seconds left on the. So coffee is being brewed. I can tell you that's almost a guarantee that coffee is almost always brewing, and whatnot. So yeah, today, January 24th, Apple begins sale of the Macintosh back in on this day back in 1984. The Macintosh computer. Steve Jobs, chairman of the board of Apple Corporation, presented the Macintosh personal computer at a shareholders meeting on January 24th, 1984. The Macintosh computer lined up to the revolutionary promise made by Apple co-founder Jobs at 1984 unveiling. Who made the best food in this? Oh, Rich. The only fire department I was at when I was over in Italy both times, Mr. Secchi, God bless him. He's long passed. Mr. Secchi would always be. He was like the senior Italian on the shift I worked on when I was there the first time, and then he was. When I was there the first time, I think he was a driver operator, but when I was there the second time, he was like the Italian on the Italian civilian nationals, Italian national firefighters that worked there at Aviano Air Base for the Air Force. He was like the capo. He was the head Italian for both shifts basically. But I worked with him when I went back on shift after being a fire inspector over there for 2 years. I went back on shift my last 2 years, and I was a station captain, fill-in assistant chief. And he was always out. He would always be at least 1 day a week, because we were on 1 day and then off 24. But at least 1 or 2 days during the course of the week when we were working the 24-hour shift, he would do the meals. He would do the not necessarily lunch, but he would do the dinner meal. And I just remember the lasagna he made. It was like 12 layers with a little bit of sauce in it. It was best lasagna you could have. He had a little herb garden right outside the kitchen at the fire station. So answer that question, who made the best food? Mr. Secchi by far, hands down. I mean, when he had rigatoni, you just didn't get a small plate. You got a freaking mountain. Because we'd have these big pots he would cook in. The GIs, we'd always bring in we'd get the stuff at the commissary, and we'd bring it in. One person would get the meats, and another person would get, several guys would get I mean, we had enough food there. And if you got you didn't just get a little slice of lasagna, you got half a pan. And that was good stuff. That was good stuff. Mr. Secchi, that's a good question there. As soon as I read that, Big Juice, it was Mr. Secchi, hands down. God bless him. Great guy. Let's see, continuing with the history here. Let's see, we had 1943, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt and British Prime Minister Winston Churchill concluded the wartime conference at Casablanca, Monaco. I think, was that? Yeah, that was before D-Day, 1943. What was D-Day? D-Day. Let's see, D-Day. (1944) June 6, 1944 was D-Day. Okay. So that was before. They were getting ready. Hey, Tony D, salute to you, sir. Hashtag positive start to the day. And I didn't even have to ask. She said good morning. She beat me to the punch. Mrs. says good morning, Tony. And down there in Warner Robins, Georgia, where Tony D is at, he has 57 degrees Fahrenheit. Ooh, that's cranking there, my friend. That's doing pretty good. Tony D is a brother veteran, fellow broadcaster and good friend there. And he does the Bell Kings Fantasy Football. There's his Twitter handle, his X/Twitter, at TonyTone163. And he's saying good morning to Ted, Mel, Tina, and Big Juice. Big Juice, your first name's Steve, right? I think I remember. I got to write this down. I got to write you down. Steve, I think it is. Is it Steve? I believe it is. And Tina and Melanie saying good morning to Tony and so I think you told me it was Steve coming in from Ohio. We appreciate that. Big Juice. Let's see. Oh, here's something with Winston Churchill. He passed away in 1965 on this date in London at age 90. Ancient. And we got some. Yeah, Steve. Okay, yeah, okay, Steve. I got to remember that. I got to put you on the list, Ohio. See, you're here a number of times. I want to make sure I get your, all the particulars and stuff. Not to pry in. You just where you're from. You're here enough times to where, just like Glick, that's his nickname, but Chris from Nonsensical Nonsense and stuff like that. It just, not yet, but after I take the break and I do my present. I got an art a thing. We had somebody that passed away that was very significant. Somebody I thought he's a great individual. He passed away, I think, at age 92. But I have a video highlighting that at the end of the broadcast here, just before. You missed my one comment about your sweater. Oh, I like the sweater. Big Rich, is that like a blue? No, it's just a fleece. I've had this for a number of years. Big Juice. This just keeps me warm. It's comfortable. It's a running outfit, like a sweat. It's not a sweater. It looks like a sweater on camera, but it's just a cloth fleece. Running. I could put it up and. For running and stuff like that. I used to do a lot of running back in the day. I hate to say it. I guess I am a senior citizen. I am 65. I can't. You're as young as you feel, right, Tina? No, Tina's probably laughing her ass off right now. But yeah, it's I do a lot of walking now. I could probably go out and run, but there's so much time. But sorry about missing you. Yeah, it's just it keeps me warm. Actually, I'm a little warm in the house and stuff, but it's comfortable in the morning. I got one like that, but it's Columbia. Oh, Columbia Feast. Yeah, that's a good. This is a cheapo. As Ted said earlier, we're frugal. Is no, I'm cheap. And hey, Thamer coming in from Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Thank you, Thamer, for being here. I hope you're doing well on this Wednesday. We're just doing the history here. We got a full house on a Wednesday. That's good. I like that. That makes me feel good. Let's see. Let's see. 1978, a nuclear-powered Soviet satellite. Wow, they had one back in 78. Cosmos 956 plunged through Earth's atmosphere and disintegrated, scattering radioactivity debris over parts of northern Canada. Oh, the northern Canada. I remember that. I was in the service then. I was over in Italy in 1978. That was my first duty assignment. I remember that. That was a big deal. They said, geez. Yeah, I think it didn't amount to anything, though. Let's see. Keep him busy, guys. He's trying to give us a history lesson. Big Juice trying to he's taking the lead in the chat there, trying to giving us history. I like going over the history. I love history, Steve. I really enjoy seeing what happened on this day, years back. Let's see. Like this one, 1985, the Space Shuttle Discovery was launched from Cape Canaveral on the first secret all-military shuttle mission. And that's a lot of security on that mission right there, because they have to close, where they got mission control. They have to make sure that's all closed and stuff. Can you leave at weekend at your service? Oh yeah, you can. It's just like a regular job, Thamer, when you're in the military. It's only when they lock it down. If there's military things to be done, you have to stay on base and stuff like that. But when there's no restrictions, you can come and go from the base. It's like a regular job. You just be in uniform. It's not like it's mandatory. You have, there's people. It's just like a regular job. If you have to work on a weekend at a grocery store. Okay, I thought it was like no. It's a whole different. It's a little more relaxed and stuff like that. It's like a regular job. There's certain jobs that they have to have. It's just like regular civilian. The grocery stores that are open on Saturday and Sunday. There are people working there. Just certain jobs. I thought Tamara was asking about your funeral. My funeral. No, that's not going to happen, Mel. Asking about your funeral? My funeral? That's not going to happen for a long time. Knock on wood. No, he's talking about the military service, Melanie. Yeah, military service. It's like, and they're coming and going. They may be, service. Yeah, when I know Thamer because Thamer's asked me that many times before. When I know when he says service, he means my military service and stuff like that. So. That's you're a civilian there. That's military people. We just say service. We leave that. We just, because that's what they, you're doing your, you can call them funerals here. Yeah, we do. We call them that also. We call them if somebody's passing in the context of the discussion, you say, well, are you going to go to his service? When we know that person has passed away. In this thing, the context that the conversation I'm having with Thamer, it's pertaining to the military. Because I'm still here. I haven't died yet. Hey, look. Are you What's that?
I just laugh at it.
Oh, she. The missus. Don't worry, the missus now. Okay. I'm still here. Good morning, Laura. Laura coming in from Norway. Glad to have you here, Laura. And what you got? The kitty cat icon going. Let's see. We got any more in the? I think that's about it. Yeah, that's about it for the history. Let's see. The Aussie is getting confused. No, it's just the thing is I think everybody and sometimes myself I have a hard time speaking English, but I know you guys all speak English fairly well because of the way you chat and stuff like that. It's just the difference that we assign words, the context and all that. And Steve said, so did you ever work with public firefighters on a job when you served? Oh yeah, when I was stationed at McConnell Air Force Base, we worked pretty closely with the Wichita Fire Department. McConnell is right outside Wichita, Kansas. So, and when I was up in Griffiths Air Force Base in upstate New York, we worked with the city of Rome, New York Fire Department if there was a major fire or something like that. So there is a mutual aid agreement with the wherever a military installation is, as far as that goes, and even overseas, as far as that. Matter of fact, just recently here there was a major furniture factory fire over in Italy at Aviano Air Base, outside Aviano Air Base, in the Pordenone Fire Department. You call it the city of Pordenone. That's the province of Pordenone in northern Italy. The Aviano Air Base Fire Department worked closely. Hey, there's another Aussie. Good morning, good evening to Bernie. Glad to have you, Bernie. Wow. I hope all things are well. I've been watching when I do get on TikTok every once in a great while. You've had some great. I watched that one where you were on a helicopter ride in New Zealand. Man, that's some good footage there, my friend. Some very good footage. Morning to you, Richard. Thank you. And Melanie and Tony saying hi to Bernie. Tina saying hi to Thamer. Bernie, great to have you here. And Tina saying hi to Laura. Bernie comes in from so we got two Australians here, two Aussies, and Tina saying hi to Bernie. Glad to have you here. Yeah, I get on TikTok once in a great while. I just go in there to watch, and Bernie is on there. I think you're one of the few people I do follow, and Bernie has some great TikToks. I'm not really. I can't post anything on TikTok anymore. I don't really feel comfortable there. There's some great stuff. It's just like Facebook Reels. Let's see, Thammer. Here, the fighters of oil companies are way more skilled than the regular. Oh, are they? Yeah, because that's a specialized type of firefighting too, Thammer. That oil fighting, when one of those rigs catch on fire. I remember a movie. It was called Hellfighters with John Wayne back in the late '60s. That they were. It's an old John Wayne movie. Look it up, Thammer. Hellfighters. That's a. It's an old movie of how they fought the oil fires back in the day. Bernie says, "I'll be back in New Zealand in March streaming." That's some great footage. You whatever you're using for a camera, Bernie, it's crystal clear. Tony saying hi to Thammer. Bernie saying good day to all the guys here in the and Thammer saying hi to Tony. Thammer saying hi to Tina. Melanie saying good day to Bernie, and Tina says yes. John Wayne, that was just on. Yeah, Hellfighters. That's a good movie. That's a classic John Wayne movie. I like that movie. Let's see. What's worse, grease or oil? They're both. It depends on the how involved the fire is. They can both be bad as far as a house fire just by the wood burn. It just the extent and the intensity of the fire. That's an iPhone 12. I tell you that phone rocks, Bernie. I'm telling you. I think the one that you were flying on a helicopter, the views are. I watched it twice. A couple times, and Thammer's saying good day, mate, to our good friend Bernie from Australia. So Bernie, I haven't seen Bernie in a while as far as that goes. So good to see you, sir, and I'm glad to have you all here. This is a what are we sitting at? We got 10 people. Holy crap! We got a record. Beautiful country, New Zealand. Yeah, that's on my bucket list to go see and stuff like that. I think I'd visit New Zealand more so than Australia because there in Australia, Bertie and Melanie, I watched too many nature shows. You got some nasty bugs there. I think if I was to visit Australia, I got this fear if I'm in a motel, I'm going to see a snake underneath my bed or some freaking spider crawling on the wall after it bit me. Excuse me, I'm just kidding, Melanie. I'd love to go to Australia. I'd love to see the back country.
No,
you
that's where all the bad things are.
The missus is willy-nilly on the little creatures.
Was it dingoes?
Your record is 14 from what I remember. Is it? We're at 10 right now. That's fantastic. Let's see. They love you, Rich. You're one of a. No, we're all one of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Am I one of a kind?
You're one of a kind.
I'm one of a kind. She agrees with you, Steve. And Bernie's laughing. And excuse me. No, I'm just kidding on that, Melanie. I would love to visit you. I would love to visit you and Bernie in Australia, as far as that goes. I do love to go to New Zealand. New Zealand, it's New Zealand. That's where they filmed Lord of the Rings, I think, because and let's see, you only like New Zealand because of exactly, Sam. I just got to that quote just before I said, it's just a picturesque country, but Australia is vast. I mean, you got to remember, Australia, that is a continent. No other country can claim that they are a continent. That's huge, huge. So. If you live in the, I wouldn't mind visiting the bush. I like camping. I do like. If you look on my, let me see. If you live in the bush, Rich, yeah, and I have spider webs on my bedroom ceiling. Bernie says, "See, even the wife agrees. She's got to live. She's got to live with." Yeah, exactly, Big Juice. She has to tell it. Luckily, we have no poisonous spiders here in Norway. Well, it's too cold for them. And I will be streaming Lord of the Rings sets in my. Oh, okay. I'll definitely be watching that. Scuba diving, the Great Barrier Reef, bucket. Oh yeah, there we go, Tony. I want to present something. Let me see if I can get this to show you that I do like Australia. Let me bring up my Mixcloud, my old Mixcloud page. Okay. Let me bring this up. I want to show you, Melanie, what's on my. This is my first mix. This isn't the current one, but this is a page you can go to after they changed their format. I had to open up a new Mixcloud page. Richard, this one is Rich Roberts. The other one is Richard M. Roberts. But I want to show you what's on what I have for my cover on my original Mixcloud page. Let's see. Push this. And this is. You tell me I don't like Australia. Right? There it is, folks. This is the original Mixcloud page that I have. That's in Australia. I don't know what they call that. What do they call that, Mel and Bernie? That's that big rock that's out in the middle of nowhere. You should see it now. I can see that. I love that. That's one of the places I want to go see. I can't remember the name of it, but it just Ayers Rock. Yes, I would love to see that. I would love to see that. I've seen a couple of nature, National Geographics and stuff like that. Yeah, it is. It's gorgeous. It's just something that's boom. It's out there, and it's like, what the hell? Let's see. Bernie says to Tony, great white pointers on the beach there. You can't climb it. Oh, you can't climb it anymore. Probably because they want to preserve it, and the people that did so. But this is my original Mixcloud. I have. What do I have? I have over 212 broadcasts on this page. So when Mixcloud decided to go to a paid service, they said you can only have 10 shows up. So I would have had to put all 212, put them in a draft form to continue using this page. So I just opened up another page, and it's referenced in the show notes there. Let me catch up on the comments here. Comments, we got comments going here. Let's see. You can't climb in any. Bernie, behave yourself, Melanie says. Let me see. I've heard. Oh, okay. That's you. What Bernie said about the great white pointers. Okay. The beach. Okay. I see what you're saying, Melanie. Yeah, behave yourself, Bernie. Jesus. That's our Bernie. And Melanie, Tony's laughing at Melanie. And Bob's. Yeah, the Bob's. Rich doesn't understand Aussie humor. I just caught on to it, Melanie. I just caught on to it. That's funny. I was thinking, what is he talking about? Bernie's laughing his ass off. That's a good one, Bernie. Good one. Very good, sir. Very good. So let's see. I'm going to take a break here, folks. I'm going to refresh my coffee. And I will be right back as far as that goes. So you guys just hold tight. I will be right back. Oh, let's get the right one. There we go. There we go. And we're back. I had an open mic. I didn't realize I had an open mic. I had an open mic. Oh, no problem, no problem. Let's see. Let's catch up on the naughty Bernie. Yeah, Melanie. Yeah, get him. Yes, women, not shark. Bernie says you still love. Yeah, we love you, Bernie. We know you're just joking and stuff. That's good. And Tony says you two are a mess. Lots of laughs. Last mile. LMAO. Tony says, and Tony loves me. We all love you, Bernie. It's good to see you, my friend. Good to see that you're doing good and stuff like that. You're always welcome here, sir. Always welcome as far as that goes. I got a fresh cup of coffee here. Raise my cup to all those that are in the chat right now. Thank you very much for being here. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. You're taking a little bit of your time to spend with this knucklehead, as I call myself. And I do appreciate it and stuff. And Melanie says, Bernie, of course, my friend. Yeah, and cheers to you, Bernie. Thank you very much. And I'm saying this on people on the replay. You need to watch Bernie Tiger 1980. What's your you put those on TikTok. What's your TikTok, Bernie? Because I tell you, those they really impressed me. I mean, with Walt on Instagram, with what he presents, he's got some beautiful pictures. But what you're showing of New Zealand, and I'm going to look forward to seeing that in March when you do the Lord of the Rings sets, because I think that's great, because Walt over there in Ireland, he showed he did some broadcasting right there at the sites that they did the history series there, the Vikings, that series that was on history. And we got an ad break. Oh, we had an ad break? I'm sorry. Can't do much about the ads. Twitch got to get their money, I guess, as far as it goes. Stand by. What's that?
It's all about the money.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all about.
Standing by for the ads to finish. Oh, let's see. What do I want to present here? I want to present Laura. Hope Walt will come back. Yeah, I'm trying to get a hold of him as far as offline to see if I can bring him up and stuff like that. Yeah, he's busy, but I got to promote his his Instagram page where he shows the birds. They're phenomenal. I just enjoy looking at them. They're so, I'm not a Facebook fan. Oh, what the hell? Did we get this one here? How come this one isn't coming up? Oh, how are we doing on the broadcast here? Let's see. We got the missus joining us. She's having her breakfast, and what is it? Strawberry jam, peanut butter on an English muffin, and it smells good. I'm hungry. Okay, we're doing good on the broadcast. Broadcast is doing good. Okay, and we mellowed out down to 6. And I'm back, Mel. Yes, I'm back. Testing 1 2. Okay, yeah, we're back. Pleismer, he has some great pictures on his Instagram page, Bernie. You got to check them out. They're fantastic. They're very, very. Let's see. Do I got this one up? Why isn't this one showing up? I gotta Let me bring this one back up. Let's see. We go here. I got a couple articles to present. Yeah, you follow him. Yeah, you need to check him out, Bernie. He's pretty good. Melanie, what is your TikTok name, Bernie? Oh, is London here? Oh, London, hello. Hi. London, we're getting a few of Jim Figerty's folks there. How you doing? Okay, I gotta get this. See if I can get this page back up. Okay. I don't know if you heard in the news. Yeah, look above. When did you come in? Oh, did you already give it, Bernie? Yeah. Let me see. Where is it? Oh, okay. It's at Bernie Tigers. Where is it? I just had it here. You guys are talking. I can't. Where the hell is it? Oh, there it is. It's at Bernie Dole at BernieDole on TikTok. So those people, you need to watch Bernie's TikToks. They're well worth it. I mean, one of the reasons I went on TikTok was because of Walt, and the reason I'm still there is because of you, Bernie, because you're one of a few people I like. I like seeing what you're doing on TikTok. I don't follow me on TikTok because I unless I know you're from Haps, I probably will follow you. But I'm on there primarily just as a viewer because I have a closed, secured account. I don't broadcast. I started doing a little broadcasting. I just didn't. So I do have an account, but it's a closed account, a secured account, as far as that goes. Now volume is good. Could be. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay. That was probably after the break. I didn't have it up as loud as I should. There. Sorry, there, Laura. Yeah, that's. I got to turn it up just a little bit, notch more than what I think it's. Because let's see, what are we doing on the OBS? Yeah, the OBS we're at the high end. Okay. I do live on Heckle as well. You know, Bernie, I downloaded. I saw that Simon he has an Android version of that. And I went on Heckle for the first time last night. But for the Android, you can go into your profile, okay, and change that. You can't broadcast on Android yet, and you can only view who's ever live at that moment. So I looked at it and was like, you know what? I deleted the app. I have an account there, but I deleted the app because what's the point in having the app? Unless somebody's I don't really know that many people that are really broadcasting on that. I think that's sort of I know what Simon's trying to do. He's trying to accommodate the Android folks, but I would much rather have the whole thing to where I can do everything. I just don't want to sit there as a viewer. Okay, there's plenty of other places to go to do that. I want to be on there. I want to broadcast. If I can't broadcast, yeah, it's not. Yeah, well, he has an Android app out to where you can view the people that are broadcasting, but on the Android app, they haven't updated it, and it's still a beta program. He's been doing this for the last couple of years and stuff, so we do appreciate Simon doing that, but I can't see keeping the app on my phone. I can't broadcast there, so why should I be there? I did start an account. That's one thing. So I know I'll be keeping tabs, but it was I went on Heckle for the first time last night. It didn't seem like there was that much action. So, do you broadcast on Heckle, Bernie? I do. Oh, I do live. Oh, okay. You do lives on Heckle. Okay. No worries. Yeah, it's not for Android. Yeah, it's not totally for Android. It's like halfway there. So I deleted it because I turned it off and I had the alerts on it. It startled me when I was watching Oak Island last night. I do when you travel. Oh, okay. I get. Yeah. If they had the broadcasting, I would have broadcast last night for the first time, but I'm looking forward to the broadcasting. So it's sort of like that's what I told. Okay. Oh well. I appreciate what you're doing. I do have an article to present here. You might have heard out in California that they're doing this bit where they're preventing kids under 12 years playing tackle football, and I think they passed a law out there. Well, there's an article here where New York lawmakers are pushing a ban on tackle football. Hey, Aussie we got 3 Australians now. Joanna, We have Joanna, we have Mel, we have Bernie. There's 3 Australians. Wow, thank you for being here. So this article, let me bring it up here. Push it. There we go. And Laura, Joanne, and Tina saying hi to Joanne. Okay, let me get this squared off here. Okay, just bear with me for a minute. Everybody's saying hello, hello, hello. Let's skip the ad there. What did I do? Okay, hang on. We're almost there, folks. This is the first article here I'd like to present. I gotta get rid of this. How do I get rid of this ad? Skip ad. Okay, there we go. We skipped it. Hello, kitty cat. Oh, yeah, there's Jack. That's Jack that's up there. That's Jack. And there's Jack. Yep, that's Jack, Joanne. He's one of 5 cats that we had. We did have 6 cats, but our let's see. Let's go here. Okay, let's see. This is the article here, I guess. Let's see. Let's go with this then. Okay, this is an article from, oh, you know what? I got to get rid of, oh, let's see. We go to settings, and we go to nameplates, and we're going to shut off the nameplates. Okay, that way. Okay, there we go. Okay, this is an article. Let me refresh it here. Yeah, New York lawmakers are pushing to ban tackle football here in the in New York State. And by the way, Rich, Hal is thankful for your advice. Okay, that's great. Okay, so it did work as far as toning it down a little bit. Maybe he'll be over here. That's great to hear. Great to hear. That's just good cross feeds. And let's see. Ozzy Jonah saying hello to Bernie, and Mel is saying to... Yeah, Joanne, you're from Rockhampton, aren't you? Queensland, Australia? I think it was Joanne, Mel. I think you both are from the same area. Oh, you're in, but is that in Queensland, Joanne? Is Tu Mobi Moba? Is that the town? Wow. I think Joanne is from Queensland. Also, I believe she's the one I was talking to last week. Okay, this article, let's see, I gotta bring it up on here. Here in New York State, we have our lawmakers, the state lawmakers, that are pushing to ban tackle football for younger kids. And is that a good thing? I don't know. They are talking about football here with tackles too. Oh, are they? Yeah, this has become a big subject here. California, I think they passed a law as far as that goes. And so let me see. Some members of the New York State Assembly and Senate are working on prohibiting children 12 and under for playing tackle football. Um, Assemblyman Michael Bernardo first introduced the legislation more than a decade ago. The Bronx Democrats said that the bill finally gained a sponsor in the state Senate last year. That's because there's a concern about that. Um, he was speaking with the WNBF radio folks there uh, about this, and the senator Bernardo said the goal of the legislation isn't to hurt football. He said, we love this game, but we want to protect the young people when playing it. Yeah, I could see that. I don't know about, do they really hit that hard when they're 12 and under? They could. Bernardo said research shows that head injuries sustained by children playing tackle football can lead to permanent health issues. So that's a big one. And we know more now than we did years back. So I would have to be in agreement, if there's a lot of data. He said, waiting a few years before allowing young people to start the sport would help prevent damage to develop in the brains. And that's the thing it is. California Governor Gavin Newsom he rejected a measure to prohibit youth football in his state. He said an outright ban is not the answer. So, and that surprised me. I thought that was something that they would do, and they didn't. Let's see, Melanie. Yes, Rich. It's the Queensland, not near me. Oh, it's not near you. Okay, because that's a big. What do you call big territory? I think Queensland. Isn't that one of the territories, Queensland? And but nowhere near each other. Okay, Joanne, I gotcha. And Bernie says there are a bit strange people from Queensland. Behave, Bernie. Behave. Our footballers generally don't wear any. That's the soccer. That's the rugby. This is American football. Melanie. Okay, I know you got soccer. I don't know how they can, because they don't take the hits that they do in like rugby. That's a rough sport there. Rugby is very, very rough, and only in the bedroom. Behave, Bernie. Oh dear, yeah, Bernie. State, yeah. Oh, it's a state. Okay, Queensland's a state. Okay. It's important for young children not to. Yeah, I agree. And Melanie says it's 8 hours away. Okay. Well, it's from one end of New York State to the other. That's 8 hours. So that's a long drive. Victoria is the best state in Australia. Okay. I don't want to get any Aussie fighting going on in here. Okay, folks. Let's see, the second article I have. Let me set this up for the second article. It's it's a McDonald's story. I like this. This is also from WNBF. It's a story from McDonald's. And let me present this one. McDonald's. Let's see, go to present. Share. And we're going to push it. Oh, don't want that. I want to bring that back. This is another article from WNBF. Let's see if I could get that there. Oh, I gotta push it. I forgot to push it. Oh, hang on. There we go. Should have it now. There we go. It's concerning McDonald's. Let's see. Bring this up on the Surface 3. And Victoria is the best state in Australia, Bernie says. Okay. Rugby leagues and rugby unions don't wear protect. Yeah, rugby's rough. They take, and Melanie calls Bernie's BS. Melanie, oh dear. Okay, let's see. I gotta set this up on the Surface 3 now. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Yeah, TikTok is convincing McDonald's. We're talking about Bernie's TikTok. So here's a TikTok. TikTok is having an influence on us, folks. But TikTok is convinced McDonald's is shrinking this popular sandwich. So according to TikTok, there's a sandwich that McDonald's serves. A group of TikTokers is making an argument that McDonald's is reducing the size of one of the long-running menu items. It's McDonald's making sandwiches smaller? Several videos have surfaced on TikTok showing what some believe to be a smaller version of the McDonald's. Oh, I love this sandwich. The McDonald's fish fillet sandwich. Oh, I love the fish fillet. TikTok users, this individual from TikTok says the fish sandwich is the latest item for McDonald's to suffer shrinkflation, because we have inflation here. It's a shrinking. Shrinkflation is a concept based on companies reducing portion size while still charging the same price more to offset the effects of inflation. Okay, so it was already small, this TikToker said. The fish fillet has shrunk by, he's saying 20%. Wow. Can I show? Oh, I guess I can show this TikTok. Let's see. You need to say good night. Okay, okay, Joanne. Thank you. Sleep well. Same with the. And let's see. They are smaller. I love that. Yeah, I love the fish too. We call Melbourne's. Melanie says, Rich. We call Melbourne's Mexicans. Okay, that's Australian Mexico. That's good. Okay, and Bernie, you're gone too. Okay, mate. We'll see you later. Thank you, Bernie. I love the Australians coming in. You guys are great. I need to say, okay, good night. And Melanie's gonna hang out with us some more. Gotta go get a beer. Yeah, go enjoy your beer. I gotta wait a few hours, Bernie. So have one. Cheers to you, my friend. Cheers to you. Let's see. I think we can play this TikTok. I don't know if do I dare? Let's see. Where's the TikTok? Let's see. Here's the TikTok. Let's play this TikTok.
Already small. The fillet of fish has shrunk by, I'd say, 20%. It is comically small.
Oh, it does look small.
I know my hands are large.
Oh my God, that does.
That's ridiculous.
That does. That looks small. Oh my God. Holy crap. I want to play that one again. Let's see. Refresh it. Yeah, I want to play this one again, folks. Look how small that is. That is freaking small.
Okay, so it was already small. The fillet of fish has shrunk by, I'd say, 20%. It is comically small.
I would have to agree. Look how small that is.
I know my hands are large, but that's ridiculous.
Wow. That's unreal. Holy crap. That is unreal, my friends. Let's see. I noticed, Tina says, I noticed the Big Mac too is smaller. I'll have to, last time we were at McDonald's was last month. Wow, I can't believe because just the guy's hands is probably the size of my hand. That's like a freaking mini burger. Small and probably costs more. Exactly, Laura. They're small there in Australia too, Melanie. Yeah, that's something. Oh my God, I'm tending to agree with this. While the TikTok does admit he thinks he has large hands, my hands are large, so I would say that yeah. You know what it would have been if he would have got a Big Mac, compare it to a regular hamburger, because that's what the size of a fish fillet is. And Tina, you haven't gone. Yeah, we go once a month, once every other month. But the TikToker does admit he thinks he has large hands. He calls the sandwich commercially small. That's ridiculous. Several others have jumped on board with the idea. The fish fillet has gone smaller, with comments calling the sandwich the fillet goldfish. Goldfish being small. I like that. What have they done to this iconic? I loved it. I used to work at McDonald's when I was stationed up in Massachusetts, and when I would have my break, I'd always take a fish sandwich. I love the fish sandwich. I would have to eat four of those to equal a sandwich almost, or two of them at least. I really haven't gone lately. And Tina says it's low quality food. It is. It is starting to be that way. I like Burger King. Burger King is better. You get more for your money, I guess. McDonald's isn't staying quiet while fast food enthusiasts question the size of its fish sandwich, even going as far as saying the restaurant is only using a half slice of cheese these days. I saw that wasn't the cheese. They always put a half a slice of cheese on the sandwich, I thought. I could be wrong. Business Insider, who has covered the topic, reached out to McDonald's company corporate office. The size and build of the fish fillet includes half slice of American cheese, has not changed in decades. Business Insiders was told in a statement directly from McDonald's. This is far from the first time McDonald's and other fast food giants have been accused of misleading customers when it comes to portion size. Reuters reports earlier this year that both McDonald's and Wendy's defeated a lawsuit that claimed their burgers were smaller than was shown on the advertising campaign. So I tell you, next time I go to McDonald's, I'm gonna have to get just an extra fish fillet just to see. I go to Wendy's. Wendy's is better. Yeah. Wendy's is. Well, I think on the McDonald's, that depends. It depends on different stores too on the McDonald's, Tina, because there's a McDonald's we go to Sayre, Pennsylvania. It's a great McDonald's. The one here in Owego is not all that great. It's not that great. Corporate America. Yeah, there we go, Tina. Corporate America. Okay, there's the McDonald's story. Let's see. What other one do I got? Okay, here's another fast food one. This is Taco Bell. This is on. This is from the Whale radio station that I listen to. We're going from McDonald's to Taco Bell now. Let's see, Taco Bell. This one's a Taco Bell story. So, and Whale, they're the music channel. WNBF is a news channel, but their sister channel is WAAL 99.9 FM. It's a classic rock and roll channel, so they have some good articles here as far as that goes. So we'll push this one to the broadcast here. Where is it here? Where's the Taco Bell? Oh, let's get to the Taco Bell story here. Did I present it? Yeah, we're presented. Okay. Let's see. I go to Bubba Coo Mexican. I don't know that. Is that a chain? Huh. Let's see. Let me get to this Taco Bell one. Let's see. Where's the Taco Bell? Oh, you know what? I'm on the wrong channel. I gotta be okay. Here we are. Here we go. I was on the WNBF page here. I gotta go to the. Okay, New York Taco Bell mishap. Man slaps employee after microwave calamity. Hold on to your burrito because we got we've got a ridiculous story for you. According to this is another TikTok. According to TikTok video that went viral before being pulled. Okay, so we're not going to be watching this one. Um, an unhappy customer in Long Island, New York. That's down Ted Hicks's way. It includes a slap. Let's see, 139.47. It includes a slap. It includes a slap. A Taco Bell worker involved blowing up microwave and aluminum wrapped tacos. Aluminum wrapped tacos. Let's see what this says. It started when a customer tried to reheat his Taco Bell meal in the microwave. He never got the memo about microwave safety. Oh, what a dumbass. So he put it in while it was still wrapped in aluminum foil. Oh my God. As you might expect, chows ensued after the inevitable happened with catastrophic consequences in the microwave. The disgruntled grunter decided to take his frustration out on the Taco Bell employee. He stormed into the restaurant and let them have it and demanded a refund for the tacos and to pay for his blown up microwave. How's it his microwave? Refund his tacos and pay for his blown up microwave. In 2024, it is 2024, so the entire incident was caught on video and made a round on social media before being taken down. The story doesn't stop there. Oh, okay. In a jaw-breaking turn of event, the customer's anger escalated to the point where he resorted to physical violence. After he saw an employee smiling, he slapped the unsuspected worker, leaving everybody around in shock and disbelief. It's at 141. Let's see. Details about the man's identity and charges that he faced haven't been released. However, everybody who saw the video hoped that Taco Bell employee will press charges for battery against the irate customer. Some Reddit users, I don't follow Reddit, but the comments over there on Reddit on the customer's lack of knowledge about microwaves, especially about the part where he should never put anything. So was this a customer or an employee? Let me go back to the beginning of this. According to a TikTok viral that went before being pulled, an unhappy customer in Long Island. It included a slap and involved a blow-up microwave. It all started when the customer tried to. Oh, the customer. Okay, it was the customer. I guess they have a microwave in the Taco Bell. So he decided to reheat his tacos, and they blew up. So he wanted a refund, but he was a dumbass. He was a dumbass as far as that goes. So what I'm thinking it was the customer. So we had a dumbass customer. Okay, but he slapped the. Hope that Taco Bell employee will press charges for battery against the irate customer. The customer's lack of knowledge about microwaves. You know you're not supposed to put metal in microwaves. That's especially about the part where you should never put anything containing aluminum to begin with. The aftermath of this outrage incident remains uncertain, including whether police were called at the. I would love to see that video on TikTok. Let's see. Are we testing 1, 2, 3? Okay, we're okay. There we go. I got to turn the volume up a little bit. Let's see. That's funny. That is funny. My God. Okay, there's our second one with Taco Bell. Let's see. Let's do 100 years. We got the ones I've been presenting 100 years ago today. Let me see. Let's go to that. Let's go to that one. I like presenting these. Let's see. Let's go to right here. Present. 100 years ago today. Share. And let's push it. Oh, let's push it. Push it. Okay, there we go. How's that lining up? Let's see. Let's mute that. Hey, Helen. Good afternoon. Helen coming in from Scotland. Edinburgh, Scotland. We're doing 100 years ago today, but it's actually for January 22nd, which was this past Monday. So let's get this one cranking here. And Tina saying hi to Helen. Glad to have you here, Helen. Helen is 5 hours ahead. She's having she's having lunch while we're getting ready for breakfast here. Okay, here we go. 100 years ago today.
And welcome back. Tonight we continue our segment on sharing some of Broome County's past. Delivering that news for us now is Broome County historian Roger Luther, brought to you by Ziflaw.
100 years ago today, the first below zero temperature of this winter will arrive in Binghamton tonight. The mercury is expected to fall to 10 degrees below zero. Baseball fans of the Triple Cities are anxiously waiting to hear if the Triple Cities franchise will be retained for the 1924 season, and an announcement is expected very soon. 170 foreign-born Binghamton residents will become United States citizens in the ceremony this afternoon. Most of the new citizens are from Czechoslovakia, Italy, and Poland. The Titchener Iron Works is expanding and is having a new factory built on Griswold Street. The company currently employs 15 men. And finally, the directors of the Computing Tabulating Recording Company will meet in New York City later this month to consider changing the name of the company to the International Business Machine Company. That was the news 100 years ago.
That last one concerning IBM. I worked at IBM in Endicott. Matter of fact, the other night there was a special on PBS that I actually fell asleep. I got to find and rewatch it about Mr. Watson, the founder. Well, he wasn't the founder. IBM actually started, and he took over, and he just took it to where it is today. But I worked at IBM in Endicott. Endicott, New York, is the birthplace of IBM. So when Mr. Watson left the NCR, National Cash Registers company that was out in Ohio, he came back to New York. He was under indictment for some wacky business. It wasn't his fault. He was just doing what he was told. But he came back, and the train came. He got off in Endicott, and he said, "Oh, this might be a good place to start." And he got hired here. I forget what IBM was called, but they changed the name 100 years ago today, and history was written. IBM, big company. My father worked 30 years at IBM, and I was able to work there for at least 9 years after I got out of the Air Force. So I'm an IBMer, part of that history. Of course, they closed the doors at IBM Endicott, and they moved out, and the museum that they have there of all the old stuff that they made at the Endicott plant is in storage now in Poughkeepsie, New York, which is another IBM town. My father worked 30 years at IBM, and before he passed, I was working at IBM, and he knew that, and he loved that. He was more proud of that than me being in the United States Air Force, matter of fact. Okay, there's that one. Let's see, what else do I got on my list here? We did Taco Bell, 100 years. We got a cheese one. How much time do we have? We got time for two more? Oh, we got time for one more. I'll save the cheese article for Friday. Um, let's see. At the beginning of the broadcast, I talked about an individual that had passed away here recently, and let me set this up here. And he's a news entity, and he's somebody I follow for years back, even when I was a kid. Yeah, he goes back to the Walt. He actually was he started right after the tail end of the Walter Cronkite. Where is the article? Let's see. Let me set this up first. Just I gotta get the link. Where's the link? The link. And you might know the gentleman. It's Charles Osgood, longtime TV morning show on Sunday mornings. He passed away yesterday, and I'm saddened by that. It's just he lived a long life, and I just want to go talk about him. And once you see his picture, you'll see who I'm talking about. Let's see. Let's go ahead and present this. We'll get rid of these other ones. This will be our ending one to say thank you, Mr. Osgood, for let's see. Present. There we go. So there's Mr. Osgood. Charles Osgood, longtime morning show anchor, dies. He passed away yesterday, which I was saddened by because, but he lived a long life. Let's see, WBNG. This is from the WBNG Channel 12 news channel that let me see if I can bring it up here. I'll follow along. Well, we do have winter advisories. This doesn't look too bad out. I think the rain's gonna. Oh, there it is. Charles Osgood. He passed away at 91. Charles Osgood, a five-time Emmy Award-winning journalist who anchored the CBS Sunday Morning for more than 2 decades, hosted the long-running radio program The Osgood Files, and I used to listen to that on the radio. And was referred to as CBS. He was referred to as the CBS News poet in residence. He passed away. He was 91. God bless you and Godspeed, sir. CBS reported Osgood died Tuesday at his home in Saddle River, New Jersey, and that the cause was dementia, according to his family, which is. My mother, she passed away of dementia and Alzheimer's, so that's not a good thing. I used to watch him Sunday mornings. See, yeah, I did too, all the time. He was always great. He had some great stories on the Sunday. A great news guy. Osgood was a warm broadcaster with a flair for music, who could write essays and light verses as well as report hard news. He worked radio and television with equal faculty and signed off by telling listeners, "I'll see you on the radio." I remember that. That's touching. To say there's no one like Charles Osgood is an understatement, said Rand Morrison, executive producer of the Sunday Morning, said in a statement. He emboldened the heart and soul of Sunday morning. At the piano, Charles put. Oh, that's right. He played the piano. I forgot that. Charles put our lives to music. Truly, he was one of a kind in every sense. Yes, he was. CBS News Sunday Morning will honor Osgood with a special broadcast on Sunday. Osgood took over Sunday mornings after after the beloved Charles Corral retired in 1994. That's another great name. Oh my God. Osgood seemingly had an impossible act to follow, but with his folksy interlude and slight bookish bow tie. Yep, the bow tie. I'm welling up here. He immediately clicked with viewers who continue to embrace the program as an unhurried TV magazine, and that's what it was. Osgood, who graduated from Fordham University in 1954, Started as a classical music DJ in Washington, D.C., served in the Army and returned to help start WHCT in Hartford, Connecticut in 1963. He got an on-air position at ABC Radio in New York. In 1967, he took a reporting job on the CBS-owned New York news radio station, News Radio 88. I've listened to that. Then one fateful weekend, he was summoned to fill in as the anchor desk for the TV News Saturday newscast in 1971. He joined the CBS network, launched what was to be known as the Osgood Files. In 1990, he was inducted into the radio division of the National Association of Broadcasters Hall of Fame. In 2008, he was awarded the National Association of Broadcasters Distinguished Service Award. He won four Emmys and earned a 5th Lifetime Achievement honor in 2017. Jane Pauley, you know that name, Jane Pauley. She's from the Morning Today show. Succeeded Osgood as host of the Sunday morning, and she still does that too. She used to be on the Today. Now she took over the Sunday morning and she's the only third host of that show. When Mr. Osgood retired in 2016 after 45 years of journalism, that's real journalism. I can call him a journalist. Osgood did so in a very Osgood fashion. For years now, people, even friends and family, have been asking me why I continue doing this considering my age. He was then 83 years old, Osgood said in a brief concluding remarks. It's just that it's been such a joy doing it. It's been a great run. But after nearly 50 years at CBS, the time has come. And then he sang a few wistful bars from his favorite folk song, "So Long, It's Been Good to Know You. I've got to go. I got to be drifting along." Charles Osgood. And let me go ahead and play this video here.
"22 years of my life in broadcasting.
Oh, stand by. We'll redo it.
Sunday morning has been, without a doubt, the most satisfying 22 years of my life in broadcasting.
Charles Osgood anchored CBS Sunday Morning with warmth and wit for more than 2 decades.
I think that CBS Sunday Morning has been successful is because the people who watch it don't tune in to see how much you can shock them or distress them, but they tune in to see what would be fascinating, interesting, and possibly even inspiring. And that's what we try to do.
The beloved broadcaster also brought that signature approach to his daily radio commentary, the Osgood File.
I never considered myself a television guy who happened to do some radio. I was a radio guy who happened to do a television show.
Osgood's affinity for radio was clear in his famous sign-off line.
As for me, I will see you on the radio.
He wasn't averse to rhyming verse and sometimes delivered the Osgood File in that style. It earned him the title of Poet in Residence at CBS News and exemplified his unorthodox approach to journalism.
I never took a broadcasting course or a journalism course when I went to school. At Fordham, I majored in economics. So in a way, I've sort of learned on the job. And since I don't know how to do it right, I just do it in whatever way I can think of.
His talent for poetry served him well as the narrator of the animated Dr. Seuss film, Horton Hears a Who.
The mayor of Whoville, a man named MacDonald, was devoted and fair and a little bit odd.
Osgood had a gift for music, too. An avid piano player and former classical music DJ, he even co-wrote the Vietnam War-era hit, Gallant Men. A distinguished storyteller, His honors included enshrinement in the Radio and Broadcaster Halls of Fame, 3 Peabody Awards, and a Lifetime Achievement Emmy. And in 2016, one of his iconic trademark bow ties became part of the National Museum of American History's permanent collection. Charles Osgood will be remembered for the grace and humanity he brought to his work.
I could not ask for anything to have gone differently than has gone in my life, and I don't know what in the world I would rather do than do what I'm doing now. It's been wonderful.
So long, it's been good to know you. Been a long time since I've been home, and I've got to be drifting along.
Run over it as quick as I could.
J.D. Wooten didn't.
Charles Osgood. God bless. Godspeed, sir. I'm crying because I love people like him. I'm welling up right now. I just, that was yesterday afternoon I got the news, Tina, and he's one of the greats. It's one of those things shocking, but when he lived to 91, so God bless him. I don't know what to say after that. That's the first time I watched that video too. So it's pretty heart wrenching there as far as that goes. But a great man. What can I say? I loved watching him on Sundays. I mean, it just was so warm, and you were so welcome into him, and a great American. And we appreciate you, Mr. Osgood. All right. Whew. Okay. Oh, God bless them. We're at the 2-hour mark. Again, I'm gonna save the cheese story for Friday. So I like presenting these. That's probably my best present right there. To be able to broadcast and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay. Lots of laughs. Yes. So it's just. A great just being broadcasting here on Twitch, you can learn from him, I guess. I call him one of the last journalists because I can't really think of any person off the top of my head that's I think he came out because Charles Corral was right during Walter Cronkite, and then he took over for Charles Corral, so he was a little after Walter Cronkite. I remember watching Walter Cronkite on the evening news. My father would always watch CBS News, so I was a Walter Cronkite guy. And I remember Charles Corral on the road with Charles Corral, and then Charles Osgood Sunday morning. 3 greats right there. That's what I say. People today are so it's a different time, Tina, too. So. But it's always good to remember, and Charles Osgood will be in our hearts. And when I think of a good journalist, his name will pop up, Charles Osgood, along with Charles Corral and Walter Cronkite. Those all CBS greats as far as I'm concerned. Hal is like him. Hal is he's old school. Yes, he's a radio entity that he could. And I know he really appreciates. He would speak very highly of Charles Corral. He's witty and has been on the radio. He's a radio entity. He is a truly radio entity. I totally agree, Tina. He's a great guy as far as that goes, and there's far and few between. So. Let's see. That's about it. We're at the 2-hour mark, so I'm going to go ahead and exit stage left here, as I would like to say. And let's see. Let me get my list up here. When do we start at? As we cue the outro music, I want to say thank you very much to Real Ted Hicks for being here. Thank you, Melanie 170270 from Australia. I want to thank Tina from our Jersey girl. Thank you. You too, Tina. Thank you, and ciao for now. Thank you to Big Juice Steve, Big Juice 757 from Ohio. Thank you for being here, Big Juice, a great guy there. Thank you, Tony D. Salute to you, sir. My brother veteran. Thank you for being here, Tony. Thank you to, let's see, Thamer coming in from Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And thank you, Lore. He's coming in from Norway. We had people around the frickin' world here today, folks. Let's see, who else? Bernie was here. Bernie, God, Bernie, love Bernie. Bernie's a gas. Thank you, Bernie, coming in from Australia as well. Let's see, we had another Aussie in here. We had Joanna. Aussie Joanna was here. Where's she at? Where's she at? I'm looking down the list. She came in. There she is. Aussie Joanna coming in from Australia. Thank you for being here. Those were the people that are in the chat. Thank you for all those. And Laura, or no, London was here, wasn't it? London? I think London was here. London and Laura. I want to say thank you also for those that are watching on the YouTube and also on the Rumble for replay. Also the replay here on Twitch. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. And those folks in the chat, thank you. They took some time. And you people watching on the replay, replay viewers, thank you very much. You're taking a little bit of time to watch this knucklehead yap, 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 yap. And I really greatly appreciate it. It really means a lot. So thank you. Yeah, Joanne, Tina. Yeah, Joanne, Aussie Joanne. She comes in from our good friend Jim Figerty. And so thank you for being here. This is Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich here on the Twitch. And at Fireman Rich over there on X/Twitter, at Fireman Rich on Truth Social, at Fireman Rich on Blue Sky, at Fireman Rich on Instagram Threads. Over on the public Facebook, it's The Real Fireman Rich. Just Google at Fireman Rich. You'll see where I'm at. Or just check the show notes here on the Twitch page. All right, folks, you all have a great one wherever you may be on this big blue marble. Live life, have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks. Thanks again, all in the chat. Ciao for now. Take care. Live life. Have fun. Ciao for now.